short a time, a moment of sky. I held you close, saw you laugh, heard you cry. I must go now, I hear the sea. I must go, when I go, sing for me.
I guess in terms of kind of basic plot details, it's set in the 18th century,
Yeah.
late 18th century.
Yeah.
The main plot is so it's at the turn of the Enlightenment, and all sorts of interesting things were happening in Britain at that time. But the story is driven, I guess, by our young hero Ferdinand, who is a man of science and reason, and he's been living in going to university in Oxford. He returns to his place of origin, which is a small town, fictional town we call Blackerton, to the place of his birth to reconcile himself with his father, who he's not seen since he was very, very young. His mother took him away, and then what he discovers, as Colin said, is the town is a small fishing town. It has a lighthouse, hence the title of the show. And on this lighthouse is this character, this young girl who has spent her entire life there for various reasons. And I guess Ferdinand, coming in with the light of reason, shines a light on lots of things that are going on in that town, some of which the townsfolk would rather people didn't see.
The interesting historical perspective, I suppose, apart from the individual bits of slavery and downturns in economy, is the fact that the 18th century is absolutely the crucible of our modern world, and our reactions to people, to cultures, to everything was formed at that period. And certainly the development of science, the development of medicine, all of those things were born, or the things that we recognise about those things were born then. And that's what's so exciting, to be able to take that crucible and kind of create a story that resonates, sounds very corny, but resonates across the centuries now.
Musically, what was great was not just doing generic African music with a bit of drums, but actually, given that it was an original story, working out exactly where the character would have come from and what would have been music in that part of the world at that time, and bringing Lucy Duran on board, who knows enormous amounts about world music, but happens to have a particular passion for the music of that part of the world. And getting her input, so that from a language point of view and a musical point of view, we were really recreating that, and in fact drawing on that rich tradition that we then actually gave us a key into how the music related to the story as well. That was what was fantastic about it, that their whole tradition almost had was almost a lesson in the importance of singing in storytelling within their culture. The idea that you sing to remember, and the role of the singer not only as an entertainer but as a historian, telling stories, and that having an important social role, which really explains the whole purpose of the piece, in a sense, saying this is what happened and we mustn't forget because we mustn't make the same mistakes.
One thing in my head is really clear, is that we can't leave it here.
Yeah.
We can't just say, yeah, that was nice, thank you very much. We've done a workshop for the first half and we're satisfied. Well, we're clearly not.
No.
Because not even the first half is satisfactory yet.
Yes.
And there's too much promise and too much too much at stake, I suppose, for all of us who've been involved in it.
Yeah.
So the next step, whatever it is going to be more development, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Having that response from those that watched it and the actors that were involved in it and their positive take on it and going, how fantastic that it's so political and it's a musical. Those kind of responses I think were inspiring. It's definitely given us that energy to go that, yeah, we want people to see it.